Hi, welcome to Tap Tech. Today we're talking about the ROG Ally X, a new handheld gaming console from ASUS. This is a follow-up to the original ROG Ally. At first glance, it might look like a simple color change, but there's a lot more going on inside. ASUS has made many useful improvements that make this device better for gaming and productivity. Let's start with the basics. The ROG Ally X runs on Windows 11, which means it's not just for games. You can use it for work too. Can browse the web, use Microsoft Office, or even edit videos and photos. But most people are here for the gaming experience. And that's where this console shines. From the outside, the biggest change is the color. It now comes in black. But when you hold it, you feel that ASUS has made it more comfortable. The hand grips are slightly thicker and more rounded. That makes it easier to hold during long gaming sessions. The texture has also changed. It now includes tiny ROG logos, which is a nice touch. It reminds you of the texture on the PS5 DualSense controller. The device is heavier now. It weighs 678 grams compared to the original 608 grams. It's not too heavy, but the difference is noticeable. Still, the extra weight comes with benefits like better battery and performance. The thumbsticks are still full-size, but they've been improved. They're closer to the screen and have a more grippy concave surface. There are RGB rings around, the sticks that can be customized or turned off. ASUS also made them more durable. It can now handle up to 5 million rotations. The D-pad feels better too. It has a matte finish and still supports 8 directions. Tiny corner markers make it easier to press the right direction. The ABXY buttons on the right are slightly larger and flatter. They feel more solid and there's less movement when you press them. There are 4 buttons around the screen: the View button, Menu button, Command Center button, and Armory Crate button. These help you navigate and control your settings without digging through menus. On top of the device, you'll find a power button, volume buttons, and a headphone jack. There's also a new position for the micro SD card slot. This change improves its performance and reliability. 2 USB-C ports are available, one with DisplayPort support and the other with Thunderbolt 4. The triggers and bumpers on the top are now bigger and easier to press. Feel more responsive. On the back, you get 2 mappable buttons. These are smaller and moved away from the hand grips, so you won't press them by accident. The screen is the same size and resolution as before. It's a 7-inch 108p touchscreen with a 120 Hz refresh rate.
Oh.
It's sharp, bright, and colorful. The screen has a glossy finish, so you might see reflections, but it's not too bad. It's not old, so the viewing angles aren't perfect, but it's good enough for handheld use. Setting up the device is simple. Just follow the Windows 11 setup prompts. Sign in, update your software, and you're ready to go. If you had the original Ally, you can move your settings and games to the new one easily. Now let's talk about gaming. The Ally X performs very well. It uses the same AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor as before, but now comes with 24 GB of RAM. This extra memory helps games run smoother. If you had games that lagged before, they'll likely run better now. The 120 Hz screen with variable refresh rate makes everything feel smooth. I tested games like Cyberpunk, Spider-Man, and Forza Horizon 4. All ran well. Cyberpunk stayed between 60 and 70 FPS in turbo mode. Plugged in, it hit 90 FPS. Forza Horizon 4 stayed steady at 60 FPS. Spider-Man also ran great. With just a few minor frame drops, you can play through Steam or use cloud services like Xbox Game Pass and NVIDIA GeForce Now. Cloud gaming lets you play without downloading, which saves time and storage. The thumbsticks are firmer, which helps with accuracy. They feel as good as the ones on the PS5 controller. The triggers use Hall sensors, which are magnetic. This means they respond quickly and won't wear out easily. You can customize the feel of the sticks and triggers in the settings. But honestly, they feel great right out of the box. The Ally X also includes haptic feedback, So when you drive or shoot, you feel the vibration. It has a 6-axis gyro too, which works with games that support motion control. Storage is another big upgrade. Ally X comes with a 1TB SSD, double the 512 gigabytes from before. You can also use an SD card to add more storage. And if that's not enough, you can open the device and replace the SSD with one up to 8 terabytes. Just unscrew the back, pop the case, and slide out the old SSD. Because it runs Windows 11, it's not just for games. You can use it like a small laptop. Add a keyboard, mouse, and monitor through the Thunderbolt for port, and it becomes a mini PC. It's great for work during the day and gaming at night. The Armory crate is your main dashboard. It shows all your games and apps in one place. You open it using the Armory crate button. It has a new look and more options. You can organize your games, change the layout, and even adjust the background blur. You can also switch between power modes, silent, performance, turbo, or make your own. It shows your CPU and GPU stats. You can control screen settings, lighting, and GPU options based on what game you're playing. Then there's the Command Center. It's a quick access menu that pops up when you press the button on the left. Here you can change brightness, fan speed, FPS limits, and more. You can also turn on the FPS counter and move it around the screen. You can even choose what options appear in this menu. Let's talk sound. The speakers are front-facing and sound good. ASUS says they're louder, but I didn't notice a huge difference. They're clear and don't need to be very loud. You can also use headphones, either wired or wireless. I tested with AirPods Max and had no issues. Cooling has been improved. The heat pipes are thicker and there are now 2 fans. These are smaller and thinner, but help with airflow. The fans don't get too loud, even in turbo mode. Battery life is one of the biggest upgrades. The Ally X now has an 80 watt-hours battery. That's double the size of the original. I tested it in turbo mode by playing games non-stop. It lasted around 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's twice as long as before. In the first 30 minutes, it used 20%. After 1 hour, it used 43%. That's pretty good for a powerful handheld. If you switch to performance mode, you'll get even longer battery life. It all depends on the game you play and your settings. Charging is faster now too. It supports 100W charging, though it comes with a 65W charger. I tested it with a 140W charger, and it charged 2 full in about an hour. I also used a power bank, and it charged at around 7280W. That's great for on-the-go gaming. So what can we say about the Ally X? It's powerful, smooth, and flexible. You can use it for gaming or work. It runs Windows 11, plays PC, Xbox, and even PlayStation games with remote play. You get more RAM, more storage, a better battery, and better controls. If you already have the original Ally, the upgrade might depend on your needs. If you want more battery life, better ergonomics, and more storage, the Ally X is worth it. But if you find the original Ally at a good price, it's still a solid device. So that's everything about the ROG Ally X from ASUS. What do you think? Would you buy one? What games would you play first? Thanks for watching Tap Tech. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon for the latest updates. See you next time.